Alright folks, listen up. What I'm about to tell you is going to shake the very foundation of the NFL. The Pro Bowl rosters dropped this morning, and let me tell you, there's a name missing that has everyone's jaws on the floor. We're talking about one of the most electrifying players in the game, a guy who creates magic when the stakes are highest. And guess what? He's not on the list. Yeah, you heard me right. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback who continues to redefine greatness, is absent from the Pro Bowl. But he might just be the one laughing all the way to the postseason. While the buzz about snubs fills the air, there's a deeper story here, one that speaks to more than just the all-star game itself. Buckle up because this narrative goes beyond the field, and the real question is, who's coming for that ring? Let's break it down. Every season, when the Pro Bowl rosters get released, anticipation and excitement fill the air, but there's often some controversy. Players hope to see their names on the list, fans argue over who deserves recognition, and coaches strategize about the impact of these honors. But this year feels different. When you look at the AFC Pro Bowl roster, one name stands out, or rather, one name is glaringly absent. Patrick Mahomes, the reigning Super Bowl MVP, the man who's made a career out of defying logic and delivering when it matters most, how did he not make the cut? How does a guy who has led his team to a potential third consecutive Super Bowl appearance find himself on the outside looking in? Is this simply a snub, or is there something deeper happening? That's exactly what we're about to unpack, so hold tight. First, let's acknowledge the competition. We all know the landscape of the AFC quarterback race this year is fierce. We're talking about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow, three quarterbacks who have been nothing short of phenomenal. They're absolutely deserving of their Pro Bowl spots. The numbers don't lie. Their performances on the field have been spectacular, and two of them will likely land first and second team All-Pro honors. You could easily make a case for one of them walking away with the MVP trophy at the end of the season, but still, you have to wonder what's going on here. This isn't just about individual accolades, it's about legacy. Mahomes has changed the game, and he's not just the best player on the field. He's the face of the Kansas City Chiefs, who have been the most dominant team in the NFL for the past few years. The Chiefs' success is undeniable, and when you look at the decisions behind the Pro Bowl rosters, you start questioning the narrative behind it all. One key consideration here is that Mahomes has so consistently been great that his excellence is now expected. Does that mean he's less deserving? Does it mean the guy who won MVP last season and led his team to the Super Bowl should no longer be in the conversation? Absolutely not. The Pro Bowl has evolved into a glorified exhibition, a spectacle that lacks the real pressure of the postseason. Mahomes doesn't need the Pro Bowl. Let me say that again. He doesn't need it. We're talking about a quarterback who is on the verge of leading his team to yet another Super Bowl appearance. His focus is not on flag football or all-star games. It's on winning another championship. That's the mentality of a true champion. The Pro Bowl may be nice, but it pales in comparison to Mahomes' goal of cementing his legacy. That's the real prize, and that's what matters most. So, what's next? We know Mahomes isn't playing in the Pro Bowl, and let's be clear, this isn't a personal vendetta. It's simply the reality of how the NFL works. When you're consistently the best and your team is always in championship contention, you often find yourself in this position. When the Chiefs take care of business in the postseason, whether it's against the Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, or Cincinnati Bengals, it'll serve as another reminder of Mahomes' greatness. He might not be in Orlando for the Pro Bowl, but that's because his sights are set on something far more significant, a potential three-peat. No team has ever achieved that in NFL history. Mahomes doesn't need Pro Bowl recognition. He's preparing for the biggest game of his life, while others are playing exhibition matches. While some may view Mahomes' absence as a snub, I see it as something much bigger, a testament to the kind of player he is. So good, so consistently dominant that he's above the Pro Bowl. His focus is on the championship, and that's the ultimate honor. We'll see him in New Orleans, not playing a meaningless game in Florida. When it's all said and done, Mahomes will be the one raising that Lombardi trophy once again. Let's break this down a little further. The narrative surrounding Mahomes' Pro Bowl absence isn't just about this season. It represents a seismic shift in how we perceive greatness in today's NFL. The Pro Bowl, once a celebration of the league's best, has become a diluted version of what it should be. It's more about pageantry than genuinely recognizing those who've changed the game in profound ways. But Mahomes is different. He doesn't need the Pro Bowl to validate his place in NFL history. The Pro Bowl has become a showcase for players seeking that extra recognition they've craved all year. For guys like Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow, this is their moment to shine, and I totally get it. They have been phenomenal this year. However, when it comes to recognizing the most consistent force in the NFL over the past few seasons, there's only one name that should be in the conversation: Patrick Mahomes. But here's the kicker: Mahomes is operating at such a level that he doesn't care about the Pro Bowl. What does it really mean? Sure, it's an honor to be selected, but at the end of the day, it's just a game. Mahomes plays for championships. He plays to win and to lead his team to victory. Greatness isn't defined by accolades or Pro Bowls. It's about consistently putting your team in winning positions, and that's exactly what Mahomes does year after year. Let's talk about how the Pro Bowl selection system works. It's essentially a popularity contest. Fans vote, and coaches weigh in. But what happens when you've reached a level where postseason success is the only thing that matters? What happens when you're so established that you've earned the right to bypass pageantry and head straight to the real stage, the Super Bowl? That's where Mahomes stands. It's a place reserved for only the truly great. Now, consider the psychological impact this absence may have on Mahomes' competition. Allen, Jackson, and Burrow, they're excellent quarterbacks having great seasons, but they know Mahomes is out there waiting for them in the postseason. That has to weigh on their minds, doesn't it? Sure, they're posting impressive numbers, but can they beat Mahomes when it matters most? This is the beauty of Mahomes' absence from the Pro Bowl. It's not just a snub. It's a reflection of the evolution of the NFL. We no longer reward players solely for individual feats. We celebrate those who can lead their teams to the Super Bowl and win it. That's what Mahomes has done time and again. He doesn't need the Pro Bowl to prove he's the best. He's already done that on the biggest stage.